So anytime that it wants us to figure out what kind of triangle it is or prove that it's a certain kind of triangle or anything like that, I suggest that you make a chart with each side and the slope and the distance. Now, can you possibly do some of these without sloping? Maybe without the distance, you only need one of them? Sure. But it's not worth risking that the time you decide to not do everything is the time that you need to do everything. And it does not take that long to do this stuff. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to make sure that I know the dash is in the right spot. Dash is -1. Okay, that's where it is. My drawings aren't great sometimes. I'm sure that's shocking news to everyone that's possibly listening to this. So we're up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, down 3, left 1, and put down there to keep it away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Left 6, 1, 2, up 2. All right, so I got to be careful here because I got lots of negatives. I got all kinds of things going on. So from S to M, rise over run for slope is 1/7. From M to P, I'm going down 1, left 3, which is 2 negatives. So it should be +1/3. And then from this one, it's 2/-6. All right, I'm going to talk about that in a minute when I get done. All right, then I need to do the Pythagorean theorem on all these. 1 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared, which is 50 equals c squared. So that one's square root of 50. That's 10. So that's square root of 10. And this one's going to be 2 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. And that's going to be 40. So there's all my information. Now it wants to know if it's a right triangle or not. And this is why I try to do it this way, because if I don't know how to prove it's a right triangle or not, as long as I have all the information there, I can't possibly be missing what I need. Maybe I don't know what to say about it, but I can't possibly be missing. So I'm going to write down it is a right triangle. So write the actual word because instead of whatever the heck that says. Because, all right, now I got to think about it. Right triangle has a right angle, which means it has to have perpendicular sides, which means the slopes have to be flipped and opposite sign. Now, if you look at these, there's no chance that 1/7 and 1/3 is flipped and opposite sign, so that's out. 1/7 and 2/6 is not even the same numbers, so that's out. All right. And then the problem is now also having some issues here towards the end of this, and then upside down. -3 over -1, which is 3/1. All right, rise over run, not run over rise. And then 3/1 and 2/-6 looks like we have an issue, all right, because they're obviously not the same numbers. But the only time I have to be really careful with reducing is in this kind of a situation. This actually reduces to -1/3. All right, and then once I do that, those two are perpendicular. Now, let's say you don't know how to reduce fractions in your head. Go to the calculator, you hit alpha y equals. And you put in 2/-6 and you hit enter, and it will give you the answer reduced. All right, so if you're not sure in terms of what you need to do with reducing, if you go to the calculator, you can do it. So now those two slopes are perpendicular. So it is a right triangle because it has perpendicular slopes. All right, so be careful. You may have to reduce some things in that situation. It's really the only situation where you're going to be forced to reduce things.